The Irish language has been around for nearly 2 millenniums and was used by the Gaelic Irish. It is often regarded as the oldest written language in Europe that is still spoken today. However, it is very rarely used in this country. During English conquests of Ireland, the Crown did everything in their power to suppress Gaelic culture and the language. The Normans who had settled in Ireland were forbidden to adopt Gaelic customs, culture and the language. However, as time went on, they came on to adopt these customs and language. But by the 17th century, a new dawn came for Ireland. Following the Battle of Kinsale and the flight of the Earls, it saw land being redistributed and gifted to Protestant settlers coming from Britain. By the mid of the 17th century, Oliver Cromwell banished and expelled the native Irish over to the west. He famously told them to go to hell or to Connacht. By the end of the 17th century, laws were set in to suppress the Catholic population on the island. One of these laws was banning the Irish language in public places, in Parliament and also in schools. By the early 19th century, schools introduced what were called tally sticks, also known as on bought the score. This was worn around the child's neck, and every time they spoke Irish instead of English, a notch was carved into the stick, and at the end of the day, they would get a beating from the teacher. By the mid-19th century, the Great Famine had devastated Ireland. 1 million people were dead, and another 2 million had to flee the country. What was left of the Irish-speaking population either died off or emigrated, leaving a majority of English speakers here. In the latter of the 19th century, there was an attempt to reintroduce the language, mostly through Irish Republicans, most notably of all, Patrick Pearse, founded the very first Gael school, or Irish-speaking school. He also published books in Irish and wrote for an Irish language newspaper. After gaining independence, the Irish language was reintroduced to schools by the 1930s, but the damage had been done. Kids were finding it hard to learn and they weren't using it outside of school. However, in recent years, there has been a growing resurgence and interest in learning the language. Musical artists such as Kneecap try and use as much Irish lyrics as they can in their music. The Irish Language Act was set up in order to preserve the language and also promote the language. There has been a growing interest not only in Ireland, but also in other parts of the world, such as Britain, USA, Canada, Germany, Spain, Japan, Australia, as seeing a growing interest in people learning the language. Some pubs have what are known as pop-up Gael talks, where if you want to speak Irish, you go to that table. It is estimated that every 40 days around the globe, a native language dies. Let's not let Irish be one of them. Is Artanga Artanga Ducas, is Farlat Gaelga Briste, na Berla Cliste, Tirgan Tenga, Tirgan Anam, Gaelga Abu in Machriga Joe.